Hello everyone, welcome to this video series on database management system. So in this video, we are going to look at what is minimal cover. Okay, here you will be given again two sets of FDs and you have to find whether the one set is a minimal cover of another set or not. Okay, so in this video, you are going to also see an example for finding the minimal cover of a set of FDs, right? Okay. So why we are discussing this minimal cover here means I already told you for finding whether a decomposition is dependency preserving or not, we need two things. One is equivalence of FDs and second one is minimal cover. So the equivalence of FDs I have already covered in the previous videos. You can get the link for the playlist, DBMS playlist below the video. You can watch. So in this video, I am going to discuss about minimal cover, right? So what is called as minimal cover? So it is the set of FDs which cover the given set of FDs and that set is irreducible. So simply saying minimal cover means a set of irreducible FDs. That's all. Okay. You can't further reduce those FDs, right? Fine. Now what is the process for finding minimal cover? So there are three steps. Okay. So first one is here if RHS of the FD contains multiple attributes, you should decompose it into single attribute FDs. That means if you have an FD like this A to B C, you should convert this into A to B, A to C. Very simple thing. Okay, just decompose the right hand side into single attribute FDs. And second one is remove redundant FDs. Okay, we will see how to find redundant FDs in the example, don't worry. So this is the second step. And third one is if LHS contains multiple attributes, remove redundant attributes if possible. So for example, there is an FD like this. So if A is redundant, so how to find whether an attribute is redundant, we will see in the example, don't worry. So let's assume that A is redundant, you should remove this. And the FD becomes B to C. Okay. Now, here is the example for finding the minimal cover. So this is the set of FDs they are giving you, and from this they are asking you to find minimal cover. So they might ask you like this, and also they might give you two sets and ask you whether one set is minimal cover of another set. That is also possible. Okay, now let's see how to find the minimal cover. What is the process? So step one is this: decompose RHS of given FDs into one attribute only. So if you see these FDs, this functional dependency is having three attributes in the RHS. So this is divided into these three FDs. Okay, D to A, D to B, D to C. That's all. Now our new set of FDs are these things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 FDs. Now these things will be input to second step. Okay, so these are the FDs we got in the previous step. Now what is step 2? Step 2 is find any redundant functional dependencies, and if there are any redundant functional dependencies, remove them. Now how to find whether a FD is redundant or not? Now take each FD. So first one is A to B. So how to say whether it is redundant or not? Find the closure of LHS. So LHS is A. So closure of A is, how do you find the closure? Since you are finding whether this is redundant or not, you should take this away from the list. Now you find the closure of A plus. So is there any A on the left hand side? No. So there is only A. Since B, the RHS is not there in the closure, this is not redundant. So we can say that this FD is not redundant. Similarly, you can find for C to B, D to A, and let's see for D to B. Okay. Again, calculate closure of left hand side. So we are finding for this, so remove this. Now find the closure. So since you are finding closure for D, include D first, then from D you are getting C and also A, right? And again from C you are getting B, right? So you got all four things, D, A, C, B. Okay. Now RHS of this FD is present in the closure. So that's why we can say that this FD is redundant. So since this is redundant, we should remove this FD, right? So from all the FDs, we have found that this FD is redundant and we have removed that. So now our 6 FDs are becoming only 5 FDs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now these FDs are input to next step 3. Now what is step 3? If there are any multiple attributes in the left hand side, and if one of the attributes is redundant, remove them. Okay. So there is only one FD with multiple attributes in LHS. So we are taking that FD. Now first I am calculating closure of C+. If the closure of C+ contains A, we can remove C. Similarly, when you calculate closure of A, if it contains C, we can remove A. So if you calculate C+, what will you get? First of all, remove this. Now calculate C+. C+ have, first of all, you will have C, then B. That's all. You won't get anything, only C and B. Since it is not having A, you can't say that C is redundant. So it is not possible to remove C. Now similarly, calculate closure for A. From A you get B, and from B you won't get anything else. That's all. A, B, right? C is not there in the closure. So that's why we can't remove A also. So we can't reduce this FD, right? So this is the final set of FDs that we got after performing the 3 steps. So this is called as minimal cover. Okay. So the minimal cover is this. For the original set of FDs, this one, right? The only thing that is reduced here is this ABC is reduced to AC, right? So this is called as minimal cover, and this is how you find minimal cover for a given set of FDs, right? So that's it for this video. Please like the video and share it with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel for latest notifications. And if you have any doubt in this example, comment below the video. I will respond. Thank you.